Hi everyone, it's Jacqueline and welcome back to my YouTube channel. A while ago I had to went through something and it wasn't an easy experience for me, but I got through it eventually. And fast forward months later, by that I mean now, I came up with this idea of making a sit-down video talking about this experience because I thought it'd be nice to share my experience, and I think that problems like this don't get addressed enough, and I think that a lot of people out there are experiencing the same thing, but they're too afraid to speak up about it. Trigger warning, I'm going to talk about depression. Okay, so the story started about a year ago when I had this ambition to join a competition. It is basically a competition for medical students, and I had to work really hard for it, and I had to went through a lot of selection process by my university, and it definitely wasn't an easy experience or like process for me because trust me, I'm not the smartest person in my class, not even the top 50 I would say, so I had to work really hard for it. It taught me a lot of things about self-discipline, time management, hard work, you name it, and I can't stress this enough, but I've worked really hard for it. So long story short, I passed the selection process, so I get to join the competition. And not gonna lie, but I was really proud of myself because it was a pretty big achievement for me. But obviously my journey didn't end there. If anything else, it started there. I worked even harder than ever before, and I spent so many sleepless nights studying for this competition because I really wanted to win, because to me it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And now that I'm finally in my clinical year, I don't get the chance to join that competition anymore. So long story short, the day of the competition arrived and I had so many mixed feelings inside me. I was really excited, but I was really anxious at the same time because I'm afraid that something would go wrong, and it did. Me and my partner didn't pass the final, so yeah, it was really sad for us. I was really sad about it, and it wasn't the kind of sad that I've ever experienced before in my life. I found it hard to do even the simplest of things like getting out of bed, eating, talking. I felt so unmotivated and empty, and I lost interest in pretty much everything to the point where I think I couldn't function, and there was nothing that I can do to make it all better. Even when I was surrounded with my friends and family, and they have been very supportive, which I'm very grateful for. It was the toughest 3 weeks of my life, I would say. Later on, I realized the fact that nobody ever pushed me into joining this competition. Nobody ever told me to win this, not even my family, friends, nor doctors. And I was doing it all by myself and to myself. I had high hopes and high expectations to myself. And so when I failed, I was really disappointed in myself. And questions started rushing through my head, like where did I go wrong? Can I make it up somehow? It was really bad to the point where I don't think I can forgive myself, and it was really hard for me to look at the positive side. I ended up in convincing myself that it wasn't for nothing, that this was the universe's way in preparing me for something even bigger than this competition, but it was a really hard path before realizing any of it. I do have something that I'd like to keep to remind myself whenever I feel sad or disappointed about something. I like to think that the universe has created a certain path in our lives, specifically designed for each and every one of us, and by that I mean everything happens for a reason in our life. Even when you can't find happiness or the reason right now, I think that it will shape you to become a better person, and you can always learn something from it. As a concrete example, I don't know whether the point of me studying all of that are going to prepare me for my future, but one thing for sure is that I've learned to let go at some point. I learned not to have too high of an expectations to myself, and I learned to enjoy every moment in my life. And time heals, they said, and it does. I'm not saying all of this because I think that I'm the most perfect person in terms of not overthinking things. I made this video to remind myself of the journey that I've been through, and I hope that I'd be better in terms of not overthinking. So if you're going through something similar, or if you know a person who's going through a hard time in their life, please know that it will get better. It always gets better. You just have to hang on for a little while longer. And I promise you that everything will work out in the end. Have courage, have hope, and you are capable of a lot of amazing things in your life. And you deserve wonderful things in your life. Sorry again for the long rambling, but this has been something that I've been wanting to talk about for quite some time now. And I'm really glad that I finally let it out and make this video. So I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you another time. Bye.